Hey, welcome back to Shakesyear. We made it to Act 3, Scene 2 of Hamlet today, which is otherwise known as the scene wherein we get an acting lesson from Shakespeare. Shakespeare gives Hamlet these nice long monologues while Hamlet is talking to the players, because if you remember, Hamlet was going to have the players sneak a little extra bit of speech into the play that they're going to do tonight before the king, so that Hamlet can try to figure out whether or not the king actually killed Claudius or not, or actually killed King Hamlet or not. So now we start off this scene. Keep in mind also, previously Hamlet has been really, really mean to Ophelia, which Claudius thinks it was overplanned, so he wants to send Hamlet to England so that he can chill out for a little while. And Polonius is like, no, after the play, let's have Hamlet come and talk to his mom, and I'll be listening behind the curtains, and we can figure out what's really going on with him. So we start Act 3, Scene 2, with Hamlet talking to the players, sort of giving them like a pep talk before the play begins. And this is mostly one long monologue from Hamlet, where it's sort of like Shakespeare was airing some of his grievances about actors, and probably specifically actors that he worked with just a couple little lines from the first player stuck in between. So this will be Hamlet, and this will be the player. So the scene kicks off with Hamlet saying, "Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier had spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and, as I say, the whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to see a robustious periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who, for the most part, are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I could have such a fellow whipped for o'erdoing Tergamont. It out-Herods Herod. Pray you, avoid it. I warrant, your honor. Be not too tame, neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance, that you o'erstop not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is, to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time, his form and pressure. Now, this overdone, or come tardy off, though it make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve, the censure of which one must, in your allowance, o'erweigh a whole theatre of others. Oh, there be players that I have seen play, and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that neither having the accent of Christians, nor the gait of Christian, pagan, or Norman, have so strutted and bellowed that I have thought some of nature's journeymen had made men, and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably. I hope we have reformed that indifferently with us, sir. Oh, reform it altogether. And let those that play your clowns speak no more than is set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, to set on some quantity of barren spectators to laugh too, though in the meantime some necessary question of the play be then to be considered, that's villainous, and shows a most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses. Go, make you ready." And the players leave, and Polonius and Rosencrantz Guildenstern turn to enter, and Hamlet says, "How now, my lord, will the king hear this piece of work?" Yeah, so lots of thoughts on acting and theater there, being truthful to the moment, and theater being used as a tool to reflect the world as it stands, and that comedians shouldn't improvise too much. Do we think Shakespeare was bitter? Maybe. I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow for more as we get closer and closer to the play.